Sorry. Hi, I know you've been waiting for me. I'm back for a wonderful 28 minutes. Couple of surprises. Things are ultra fantastic. I've been waiting for you just like you've been waiting for me. I know it's been a long week, hasn't it? But here we have this rapturous time together. I want you to just kick back and I want you to stop thinking. This is the program where you can take your thinking cap off. And I really mean it. That's actually a serious metaphysical message. But we're saying it in a lighthearted way because everything is lighthearted, isn't it? Just like Mr. Goldblum and his wife say, we're easygoing, everything's cool. Who are they? Ah ha ha! There they are. Let me see if I can fix this picture up a little bit. Does that look better out there, studio audience? You didn't know I was in such control. There we have it. Isn't that wonderful? Should I say who everybody is? I guess so. There's no rules around here. Isn't it just great for you avid listeners that remember this, the wedding and Miami and all that? Well, here they are. They're up here on their honeymoon, and to see the Reverend Bruce Howard live. Isn't that wonderful? That is them to the left of your television screen. Moving across, we have the rock star and brother of Vivian, Mr. Louis Kings. Isn't that great? Right now I'm going to say hi to all of his girlfriends for him if I can list them. See, it's true. They're all laughing. We'll start with Alicia. You better have that record button on right now. You're going to be in trouble. I'm teaching him how to treat his women just right, you know. Who else do we got here? Monica. I feel like he doesn't want me to list them. You want to say hi to anybody else? How about just one more? Oh, wait, I've got a biggie I want to throw in. She might even be watching. Wendy. Wendy, we got to plug her. Stranger, big wig, excuse me. The Rocket, big wig down at the Rocket newspaper. But while I'm on it, I'll mention Nancy and Susan at the Stranger newspaper. They called me and asked me out to lunch yesterday. Isn't that wonderful? If you want to come and see us, we'll be at the, Louis, where are we going? Cafe Dart on 2nd Avenue, and that'll be on Friday, a week from tomorrow, at 6:15. Ha 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 ha. So if you want to meet some celebrities from the Stranger newspaper, and most of all me, honest to God, I'll be there. Isn't it wonderful? So that's 3. How about Monica? She's trying to work her way. Okay, we're going to move on over to the screen right, stage left. And we have Robert, the drummer in their band, Scenic Drive, and also a local Seattle celebrity, rock star. If you want to catch their next performance, let's see, their last performance was at the, let me do it because there's no cue cards, they're not telling me, at the Color Box. And their next performance, you don't have your list with you?
Well, right now, the next one's at the Ballard Firehouse.
The Ballard Firehouse, from memory. When is that? 25th July, Thursday. That's what it is. And then, can I tell them that you're married, or will that spoil the... She's shaking her head. Tell them that he's married. And that's his lovely wife and master in psychology, Mary, over there at the screen right, stage left. Aren't you all thrilled? Is it about time for a hymn? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let my studio audience here select a favorite hymn. What would you like to hear?
Personal favorite of mine has always been My Brains with the King.
Oh, My Brains with the King, Mr. Goldblum. Then this is just for you. And I don't know why I'm opening to the page. But if you have your hymnal, try and find the page. There's no page numbers. It's not in alphabetical order, nor is it in chronological order. It's in the order that I want it to be in. And I'm not going to explain that. Even I have to find my way through it. I'm going to hold up something else while I'm singing that. Of course you're glad. Don't you feel wonderful? Of course you feel wonderful. And you're thrilled to be here. Your energy is expressing and pressing out of you, flowing out of you. You feel like a child again. You feel so good. You're hiding your feelings toward the person that's next to you. You don't want to seem silly or foolish, you know, but I'm watching Reverend Bruce Howard. I'm having a good time, you know, because everything is good, isn't it? Don't I just make you smile? I mean, don't you wish you had dimples like that? And if you do, let's see it, you know. It's fantastic. Now here we move back to the other picture. And we're going to, and Jesus sat down and broke bread, and they sang an hymn. I'm not sure if they sang the hymn before or after, but here we go. Your brains with the King, and it's such a pretty thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a pretty thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a perfect thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a precious thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a perfect thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a protected thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a spotless thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a non-material thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a beautiful thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a magnificent thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a perfect thing. Your brains with the King, and it's such a perfect thing. You're so fine. You're so fine. You sure do shine. You sure do shine. Hey, since this is recorded and I know where it's going, I know that it's going east, we got to say hello to Elizabeth. And should we tell them we were talking about how good looking she was before the show? And I was sitting there like imagining it, you know, with the hair darker. Oh, for you audience, TV land people, Elizabeth is the sister of the lovely lady second from your left. And we were talking about it because she couldn't make it out here, but she's thoroughly jealous that she's not in the studio audience of the Reverend Bruce Howard show all the way from Miami. So we're going to make her feel really good with this tape, but we're not going to do any kidding at all. We're just going to tell the truth and say just how we feel. She's a wonderful person, and I'm thrilled about having talked to her on the phone, and now I feel like I know her better. Her sister's here seeing her, and I'm imagining what she looks like. I heard the description, darker hair, a little more of this, a little less of that. It's just wonderful. So we're saying hi to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you're so wonderful, but we're going to say hi to Mike, too. Isn't that great? There's Mike down there in Miami also, and everything's just wonderful. Lucky man, lucky woman. Fantastic. And then there's Aleda. Proper pronunciation. What would you expect from me? Hello. I don't know anything about you except how to pronounce your name. And I can say your name really wonderfully, too. Aleda. Wasn't that good? Aren't you glad I did that? The television audience loves it, too. They almost wish their name was that name. Isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful? Now, where were we? You sure do shine. That's what took me off onto that segue. You sure do shine. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a perfect thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a perfect thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a perfect thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a protected thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a perfect thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a perfect thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a mighty thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a self-sustaining thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a peaceful thing. Your brain's with the king. And it's such a pretty thing. Okay, this is request night. This is a special night, so it's request night. Anything else?
Angel thoughts.
Oh, yeah. You know, she said angel thoughts. I don't get a request for this a lot, and I think it might be because people don't understand the text as if they understand readily the text of Brains with the King, but we've moved on here. And this is, some people out there in television land call this the ascending and descending song. I think there's a girl named Tracy that calls it that. She requested it. And let's see, Vivian called it, what? Angel Thoughts. That's a really good title for it because actually it doesn't have a title. I hadn't thought about giving it a title. And she hit it right on the head. That is what the song is about. The line ascending and descending is just to get you excited. You know, some motion and activity, violence, however you want to term it. But her hitting it on the head is simply this, that I believe, and I'm not the only one to believe, and I didn't invent this, that angels are not material, winged creatures. Angels, as we know the phrase, saving angels, savior angels. I don't know that that's the phrase, but you know what I'm talking. Guardian angel, there you go. Guardian angel, saving angel. And there are no destroying angels. Okay, so this implies that angels are saving you and catching babies that fall off windowsills before they hit the cement. Angels, saving angels. Well, my belief is that angels are thoughts from God that enter your head, maybe at the last moment in a crisis, or maybe in deep meditation, or in peace, or while writing a song, or when you're looking for the right words to woo someone, and they fly right into your head. These are thoughts ascending and descending before your mind. And I know all of you experience the idea afterwards, especially songwriters can relate to this. You say, quote, I don't know where it came from. It came from outside of myself. It just, or like I would say, or could have been heard saying, is not anything that I could or would have thought of. Those are angel thoughts. But these angel thoughts really happen all the time or whenever. And the idea is to create peace in your mind. Because when your mind has other things going before it, such as what happened at work, where you're going, bills, physical things, health, so on and so forth, it is impossible for those wonderful thoughts, healing thoughts, saving thoughts, songwriting thoughts, hook thoughts, all those thoughts that you know are from God or outside of yourself. It's not easy for them to obtain audience with you because your mind is locked on the error that you think that you see around you. And the thing that really cinches it is, as many people know, when we emotionalize our thinking, such as in romance or anger, highly emotional subjects, if you are emotional about the subject that you have before your mind, which is the case a lot, all the more difficult it is for any other thought to break through. But you've probably experienced a thought breaking through, maybe a phone call that changed your day. Well, that's like an angel thought descending upon the mind of man and giving him the answer of which way to turn and what to do, what to say. And a lot of the times, it's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite approach that we were going to take. Maybe we felt some hostility, and you went to peace, like Reverend Bruce Howard says, come to the land of peace. So you went to peace, and your mind was clear, and all of a sudden this thought comes in your mind. And I'll be very honest. You're at that moment able to see what can be gained by the opposite approach that isn't a hostile approach. It's the opposite. But it satisfies you because the thought from God that we're calling, Vivi and I are calling angel thoughts, is a thought that satisfies everything, including you. So you're not giving up anything. God satisfy everyone. God will give you the song or the answer that will stimulate everyone involved. But you must remember, you're not going to think of that wonderful passage not by mental brainstorm. Not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit of the Lord. Ascending and descending. Ascending and descending. Angel thoughts. Ascending and descending. Ascending and descending. Thoughts dropping upon your mind. Satisfying thoughts. Give you the answer, the still small voice. Angel. 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 Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it fantastic? I can sense, of course, everybody here, right here is at peace, but I have this overwhelming sense that television land is at peace right now. This monumental moment. Yet, we're going to dedicate this show to everybody in Miami. So I'm going to ask for another request that might be for someone here from Miami, or someone that they know back there that would like to have a certain hymn on the tape.
My sister Elise.
We got another name, Elise. Yeah, Elise.
Would like to hear Come to the Land of Peace.
Oh yeah, I like to include that on every broadcast. I don't, but oh yeah. Okay, we've got time for both of those. Come to the land of peace. That's your invitation. That's the whole point of this. That's the doctrine. That's what we've been talking about anyway, even before it was requested. Come to the land of peace, Elise. Come to the land of peace. Come to the land of peace. Don't try to read the small print. Come to the land of peace. Now listen to this extra verse that I do once in a while. Come to the land of dreams. Anything you want. Aren't you glad? Anything you want. Come to the land of dreams. This is the Tony Bennett version. Come to the land of dreams. come to the land of peace. How does smooth love go? Tell me the words. I've got it in here. Yeah, smooth love, baby. We're gonna lay it on you. Okay, here's the line. This is still Tony in the Tony Bennett mode. Our love is smooth. Our love is very smooth. Our love is smooth. Our love is smooth. Our love is smooth. Everybody from the lobby, the other people come in here right now, Laurel and everyone. Our love is smooth. Our love is smooth. Smooth love. This is the part everybody likes the best, I think. Smooth love. Just go squeeze in there some way. Smooth love. Smooth love. Smooth love. There's the familiar faces. Smooth love. Smooth love. Well, Queen Elizabeth, there you go. You thought they weren't going to show up. And a Christian Science friend, I didn't forget you, you know. Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Assume a virtue if you have it not. Isn't it wonderful? Smooth love. Woo! Smooth love. Yeah. Write that address down quick because I'm going to put everybody back on the screen. Come on, write it down. Get it 305-98104. Write me a letter. Great. Look at that. There's everybody. Yeah. That's right. Mary, stick your head in a little bit. Yeah, okay. Matthew, tilt your head that way just a little bit less. A little bit back the other way. The other way. Back the other way, just an inch. Freeze! Elizabeth, put your head that way a little bit. I mean, Vivian, the other way. Okay. Everybody's there. Woo-wee! We had a great, wonderful time. Don't you just love it? Everything is perfect, and we are awesome.